Well, good morning, friends. It's Margot here from Did You Art, and what you are looking at here is about 6 years worth of journals. I would say 5 or 6, give or take. And one thing I know that I love to watch on YouTube is journal flip-throughs because I take so much inspiration from seeing what other creators are doing, what they're working on, and it's also very relaxing. And I also get a dopamine hit seeing all these beautiful finished pieces, even if they're not beautiful. Like, I know a lot of people are starting to share their bad art, and I love that for them, and I love that for us because it takes all the pressure off so we can just have fun, create beautiful journal spreads, learn as we go, and that's what it's all about. So like I said, I've got a bunch of different journals here. These are primarily art journals, not so much junk journals, but just different things that I use to get inspired for new products, to explore new color combinations, yada, yada, you get the deal. So rather than me doing a long intro, why don't we just dive on in and do some flip throughs, starting, I think actually, with the most current journal that I am using. I call this my dopamine journal, and it's really just a catch-all for me to experiment with new materials that I get, new paints. Like this is when I got a new gouache set, so I just did some swatches. And yeah, you can tell what I mean by dopamine because I go hard with the colors in this one, playing with different patterns, playing with different colors, different textures. Just trying to get ideas for different journal spreads or even papers I could do. Like this one I love. This is inspired by a handbag I got at TJ Maxx. So yeah, this is a art journal spread I did of Marilyn Monroe. And if you have seen the other video I did recently, I started a journal specifically just for old Hollywood. So this was just kind of like the rough draft and inspired me to create a journal dedicated just to old Hollywood glamour. And now one thing about me, I love things like tactile. Like I love to touch things. And one thing that I really love is the feel of Mod Podge. I know that makes me sound so weird. But what I'll do is take my leftover journal papers from when I'm doing production, tear them up, put them in this book, and then cover them with Mod Podge and like paint and stencils to create this nice smooth feeling. And I just love it. I love the way it sounds. I love how it thickens up the pages so I can just get crazy with layers and not worry about the pages breaking. So yeah, anytime I do a production run and I've got leftover papers, guaranteed they're going to end up in this journal. So that's where I am in that one so far. And it's a larger journal too, you can see. So I'll have that for quite some time. Let's start with a little doodle journal. So my husband likes to read to me at night downstairs. We sit on the couch and we have a cup of tea and he just reads books to me, which I like. But because I have ADHD and I always have to be doing something, I use that time to listen to him and just kind of scribble little doodles using my Posca pens. And I use this journal exclusively for that. And there's no rhyme or reason for what I do. I just kind of sit down and start making shapes and then coloring them in. And it's just a really fun way to relax. This one was when we were reading a spooky book. You can kind of tell what we were reading based on the illustrations. So yeah, this one sits downstairs next to me on the couch along with a few of my Poscas. And that's my doodle book. Then, which one's this? I don't even know. This is just like my, I guess, professional sketchbook. So if I'm trying to come up with ideas for new illustrations for you guys to buy, I usually just kind of experiment in here. Like this is a garden ephemera kit that I've been working on. I need to do patterns for new papers. I actually just came out with these, the tulip ephemera pack, little papers, Summerween or Halloween, girly spooky, some spider stuff, some goldfish. I just love these fish that have the weird faces, like the googly eyes and the huge cheeks. And yeah, I did a peace sticker. That is up in my shop too, but it's like all ornate with flowers and whatnot. So this is just my little sketchbook that I use for ideas. And now, let's see. Let's get into the chunky ones. Have some tea. Got my Starbucks for the day. These are journals that I used to make and sell in my shop. And if you've been with me a while, you probably remember these. This is actually how I started my business, was making coffee dyed journals with the soft cardstock covers. And yeah, I made these for about 3-4 years. And unfortunately, the cost to make them was just, it was too high, and they were very labor intensive. And then I noticed some other larger websites that are based outside the US kind of started making journals similar for a fraction of the price. And I thought, I can't compete. I can't do it. So unfortunately, I did have to stop making these. Maybe I'll look at bringing them back. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. But anyway, yeah. So this was like kind of just a random mix of different journal spreads. Using some old paper packs. I don't think I have these in my store anymore. I think the only one left is the Western. But yeah, these are all just older designs that I've done. These were die cuts that I had in picture frames. These were very functional. Maybe I will make those again. Kind of a witchy journal spread. Spooky. This one was based on shadow work. Get back in there. Another spooky. And so these are just very low stakes journals that I do to relax, to unwind. Little fox. He's on many different pieces of ephemera and greeting cards currently in my shop. He's like an OG. See, there he is again in my note papers. I don't know if I still have these up, but I will always include a link to my shop down in the description so you can see what's currently in stock and what's not. Another spooky. This is cool, the little door I did, and you can journal in here. And it's shaped like a kind of a gothic door. Cool washi tape. Like, so I'm seeing things I forgot I had. Like, where is that? I want to use that today. There's the fox again, little frog, witchy frog. He's an OG illustration too. Some more. This is vellum. I used to make my designs and print them on vellum, but again, the cost just got insane. And I had to stop. Little tags. Now you can tell that this journal's got kind of like a dark theme to it. And that actually doesn't surprise me. I believe I made this journal when I was dealing with some unresolved grief. So it's very interesting to go back and look at your work and remember where you were at the time and see if that energy is actually reflected in what it is that you are creating. So yeah, I was dealing with a lot of grief from deaths of my dogs, from my dad. And how healing it is, you know, to put this down, to get it out in the form of an art project. Like, I think that's amazing. This was cool. This was a steampunk collection I did. And I did some papers. I've got greeting cards, stickers, bookmarks. And that's it. I never finished it. But yeah, that's a chonky one I did. Let's see what else. This is the pink mushroom. This was actually one of my best sellers. I did it in the green cover, and I think I did it in kind of like a purple pink kind of twilight looking cover. And those were really good sellers. So again, here we've got the steampunk collection. These open, so you can write little notes in there. Steampunk. Oh, I was really leaning into the steampunk. Oh, good for me. I did a little pull out here for journaling. Oh, and I did the back. Boy, if you hate distressing, you're going to hate this journal. I went nuts with the distress ink. Look at that. Little tag there. It's so fun to go back and see what I did and also to see the progress. And like, now I know to put washi tape or something here to avoid that. But you just learn as you go. take inspiration from your past work too. This is the Western. I think I still have this available in my shop. I think I sold a pack today, and I'll have to go check the quantities and see what's available, but that's a really fun paper pack. The moths I did, little stickers and stamps. Do these open? Do they? Oh, they stuck? Nope, they stay. Okay. Little tags, the butterflies and mushrooms. Gosh, mushrooms were so popular. What was it, back in 2022, 2023? I mean, they still are, but they were just having an absolute moment. This was a graveyard die cut ephemera kit that I did, and I'm definitely bringing this back. This was really fun to work with, especially during Halloween, and that was a good seller for me too. If you hear something in the background, that's Mo, my dog. These were die cut out kits that I made too, of just butterflies and moths. And then I did an ocean kit. Really pretty with all these deep turquoise and these rich reds. That's a nice contrast. And that's it for that journal. Let's see what else we got. What else do we got? Okay. Oh man, these are really old. I almost don't want to show you because these are so old, but you know, it's okay. We all grow. And yeah, this was 2020. So, okay, not super old, but a little bit. Yeah, this is just when I was kind of getting my feet, getting my sea legs for art journaling, figuring out what my style was, what worked for me. That's a cool picture. Must have picked that up at a thrift store. What's this? I found money. I'm so rich. Man, wouldn't that be nice? And this is when I was doing all my own ephemera. I didn't actually have my kits ready to go yet. So I was literally watercoloring and illustrating whatever it was that I needed for each journal spread. And, you know, not bad. I mean, I was still pretty young in my art journey. Very loose, nice line work, Harry Potter themed. Amazing. I believe these stickers were from different Etsy sellers. This is, that's when I had my little dog, and I love to take baths, so I did a bath spread. What's this? It's kind of a nature themed. That's a cool stencil. I wonder if I still have that. Earth Day. Battlestar Galactica. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. If I've got any BSG fans in here, so say we all. Little toucan, he's cute. All the little things. Instagram. Oh, that's cool. That's a cool idea, actually. I might do this in my dopamine journal, bring this back, do a face, and then paper cutouts for the hair. Yeah, that's pretty sick. I'm going to do that. See what I mean? Like, you can get inspired just by going back and looking through your old work. Like, I was kind of afraid to flip through this, but turns out it's very inspiring. Boy, this held up well. This is an old plant. I mean, it's kind of flaking off, but that's all right. Some flowers. These are good. I should make this into like stationery or something. Man. Little witchy spread here with the triple moons. The lion. Not bad. I see a little proportion issues. That's all right. Star Wars. We literally just had this day. May the 4th be with you. So that's amazing. I did the Death Star. That's so fun. So yeah, that's that journal. What else do we got? What's this one? I'm like flipping off camera in case there's something private. Okay, this one looks fine. Flower journal, I want to say. So I put different facts about the flowers. And this is when I was really big into gardening. We had just moved into our new home, and I was planting things like crazy. Cherry blossom, peony. This is a cool idea. I might actually do this again. And again, I'm illustrating all these myself. I did not have a kit available, so you can imagine that these pages took me quite a while to do. Succulents, they had a moment for a while too. They were like the mushrooms of 2020. Plumeria, one of my favorite flowers. Yeah, I need to do something with these. These are not bad. Like, that's nice line work. It's a little loose with the paint. It's very interesting. This I have in my shop. That illustration. Sunflower. Poppies. Cactus. Woo, look at those colors. I believe these are Jane Davenport watercolors that I worked with, and those colors just pop. I tell you what. Really pretty. This gives me like 80s vibes, like the color palette of just this soft pink and this cool tone green, almost teal. Hibiscus, another one of my favorite flowers. Pansies. So yeah, I might revisit this and do it again, and then we could do a video comparing my work now to my work back then, and hopefully the work now is better. If not, that's fine. It's okay. And then which one is this? This must be, so this is 2020. A bird's journal I did. Like, I'm looking at these for the first time with you guys in a very long time. Okay, no, so just different animals. A fennec fox, sea turtles, seahorse. I've done a seahorse over the years. He's evolved to be more detailed, a little more realistic looking. Same thing with the koi fish. I just did a study on them. So I've gotten much more detailed with the scales. Moths. Yeah, this is when I was really learning how to train my art eye. These are cute little tree frogs. I love frogs. You guys already know that. I have a lot of frog merch, frog products up in my shop. Lovebirds. Starfish. Now these were done using kind of a shimmer paint. That's fun. Llama. Little face. Cheetah. Cool paper. Did I make that? Is that mine? Some butterflies. Man, I've come a long way with butterflies. Really did a deep dive in learning how the lines in their wings went and proportions and whatnot. So that's nice to see that I've actually come a long way and evolved my style. Same thing with the fish. Yeah, so that's it for that one. And I actually think that's it for all of them. Well, yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all those. I am feeling very inspired to bust out some new journals, maybe go buy some new journals. Haha, I'm enabling myself. And getting to work on starting a new flower journal, maybe doing a fish journal, and definitely want to dive back into doing faces with that hair, like kind of that collage-y feel. That was pretty neat. So yeah, that was fun. Anyway, thanks for sticking with me. Thank you for engaging with my content. I'm so grateful you're here, and I hope that you spend some time doing something artsy today. All right, bye you guys. See you soon.